Okaba Returnees, this is Adrian Nessie Cook, and this is Returnees Sankofa. The loudest neighborhoods in Accra. Returnees, be careful where you live. Are you thinking about moving to Accra? Before you choose your neighborhood, there's something you need to know. Where you live can determine whether you get peaceful nights or music, traffic, churches, people, and activity starting early in the morning. Today we're looking at some of the neighborhoods around Accra where noise and activity can be particularly noticeable, and some of these might surprise you. Osu. Let's start with Osu. Osu is one of Accra's most active areas, particularly around Oxford Street and the nightlife districts. You got restaurants, bars, clubs, traffic, street activity, and music. If you're looking for nightlife, Osu can be exciting. But if you're a returnee looking for peace and quiet, you need to be careful about exactly where you rent or buy. A beautiful apartment doesn't necessarily mean a quiet apartment. Nima and Mamobi. Nima and Mamobi are densely populated and extremely active communities. You got people moving around, markets, businesses, transportation, religious activities, and plenty of everyday neighborhood activity. And remember, noise isn't necessarily coming from one source. Sometimes it's a combination of people, vehicle, music, businesses, and religious activities happen around you. Madina. Madina is another area I would put on the list. The commercial activity alone can make some sections extremely busy. And you have churches, mosques, roadside businesses, transportation, and traffic. So if you're considering Madina, don't just look at the house. Walk around the neighborhood at different times of the day. What sounds peaceful at 2 p.m. might sound very different at 6 a.m. or 10 p.m. Adenta. Adenta is another area where returnees should pay attention to their surroundings. They are residential neighborhoods that can be relatively peaceful, but noise can be very dramatic depending on where your home is located. You could hear a busy road, church, business, drinking spots, or other activity. That's why I always say, don't just inspect the house, inspect the neighborhood. Kaneshie. Kaneshie is another place where activity can create plenty of noise. You got the market, transportation, commercial activity, vendors, and traffic. If you're coming from abroad and you're used to quieter suburban environment, the experience can be very different. And that's something returnees should understand before signing a lease or buying property. Accra Central, Makola. Accra Central and Makola area are incredibly active commercial areas. You got vendors, traffic, businesses, people, transportation, all kinds of activity happening around. This is not necessarily where you're going if your number one priority is quiet residential living. But if you want to be close to action, shopping, and business activity, that's a different story. Ashaiman, and let's not forget Ashaiman. Although Ashaiman isn't Accra proper, it's part of the Greater Accra region and definitely belongs in this conversation. The combination of dense communities, transportation, businesses, and religious activities can make some areas very active. Again, I'm not saying every part of Ashaiman is loud. That's an important distinction. Noise can vary dramatically from one street to the next. But here's what returnees need to understand. Here's the biggest lesson I want you to take from this video. Don't choose your Ghana home based only on the house. You need to investigate the environment around the house. Is there a church nearby? Is there a mosque nearby? Is there a drinking spot? Is there a school? Is there a market? Is there a busy road? Is there a chop bar? Is there an event center? Is there a nightclub? Are there businesses operating late? And here's an important one. Ask your potential neighbors what their area is like at night, because the person showing you the property may show you the house during the quietest part of the day. The returnee test. Here's what I would recommend if you're planning to rent or buy in Ghana. Visit the property at least 3 different times, morning, evening, and night. And don't just sit inside the house, stand outside. Listen to what you hear. Music, traffic, generators, churches, people, dogs, businesses. Then ask yourself, can I live with this every day? Now I want to make something clear. Ghana is not one giant noisy neighborhood. There are quiet areas, there are busy areas, and sometimes you can live on one street and have a completely different experience from someone living just a few streets away. That's why research is important for returnees. Don't fall in love with the house before you fall in love with the neighborhood. So if you're planning to move to Ghana, don't let the beautiful house fool you. Check the neighborhood. And I want to hear from you. What is the loudest neighborhood you experience in Accra or anywhere in Ghana? Put it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share, because there's lots of more coming for returnees, investors, and anyone thinking about making a move home. All right, until the next time, Sankofa Medasi.